This is Victoria from Mako Bets, and everyone's sleeping on the Indiana Pacers tonight. I'm backing the Pacers getting 2.5 points at home against the Atlanta Hawks, and here's why this is the sharpest play of the night. Look, the public is hammering the Hawks because they see a 0-4 team in Indiana and assume this is a get-right spot for Atlanta. But that's exactly where the trap lies. Sharp money is showing up on the Pacers, and the line hasn't moved off Hawks -2.5. which tells me the books aren't afraid of the public action. That's a red flag for anyone blindly fading Indiana. Let's talk about the line movement. The spread opened at Hawks -2.5, and it's still there, even though the Hawks are the public side. That's classic sharp resistance. The over-under opened at 230.5 and has ticked up to 231.5, which is interesting because both these teams love to run. But the books know the public loves the over in these matchups. So that move is likely a reaction to square money. If you're looking for value, the under is actually the sharper side here. Computer models are projecting 235 total points, but both teams are coming off some ugly offensive performances, and the fatigue factor is real. The Hawks just played last night in Brooklyn, and the Pacers are desperate to avoid a 0-5 start. This isn't just a narrative, this is real, and it's going to show up in the fourth quarter. Now, let's get into the matchups. Trae Young is the Hawks' engine. He's the leading scorer, but he's been inconsistent to start the season, and Indiana's backcourt defense has actually been solid despite the record. The Pacers allow the 8th fewest points to opposing point guards, and Young is shooting just 42% from the field over his last 3 games. Look, Young can explode any night, but Indiana's guards have length, and they'll make him work for every bucket. The Hawks don't have a true rim protector, and that's where Pascal Siakam comes in. Siakam is averaging 27 points and 13 rebounds over his last 2 games, and he's feasting against teams that can't protect the paint. Atlanta is bottom 10 in points allowed in the paint, and Siakam is too skilled for their bigs. This is a clear edge for Indiana. Here's what nobody's talking about. The Hawks are 2-3, but both wins came against bottom feeders, and they're just 1-2 on the road. They're also playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, and the travel from Brooklyn to Indianapolis is no joke. The Pacers, meanwhile, have lost 4 straight, but 3 of those were on the road, and they've been competitive in every game, losing by 2 in Dallas, 3 in Miami. This isn't a team getting blown out. They're a few possessions away from a much better record. At home, with their backs against the wall, I expect a desperate effort from Indiana. Let's talk injuries. The Hawks are healthy, but the Pacers are missing a key piece in their backcourt, and that's a factor. But here's the thing, Atlanta's defense hasn't been good enough to exploit that. They're allowing 117 points per game, and their transition defense is a mess. Indiana wants to run, and even shorthanded, they'll find open looks. The Hawks, on the other hand, rely too much on Young to create everything, and when he's off, the offense stalls. That's a real concern in a back-to-back spot. Historically, these teams played close games last season. The Hawks won both meetings by 2 points and 6 points, and the Pacers won the other by 5. The over-under hit in 2 of 3, but with both teams coming off low-scoring games and fatigue in play, I'm leaning under the total as a secondary play. The public is all over the over, but the value is on the under, especially with the line ticking up. Sharp money is on the Pacers, and I'm with them. This is a buy low spot on Indiana, and the Hawks are overvalued because of their record, not their play. The Pacers at home, getting points, is the sharpest angle here. If you want to sprinkle on the money line, Indiana at plus money is live. They're due for a breakout, and the Hawks are ripe for a letdown after last night's emotional win in Brooklyn. You can get more game summaries, compare odds, and submit your own picks with reasoning at MakoBets.ai on a new free sports betting platform. Good luck today.